What's good, YouTube? This is Rancer again. Welcome back to more Infamous Second Son playthrough. And we're going to be finishing off the game within this part or whatever. Or 2 parts or something like that. Now before I actually continue the game or finish it off, I do want to mention a couple things quickly. Number one, if you see the last part, actually, I ended off with a checkpoint where I have to fight the final form of the final boss. Well, simply because my battery life was too low, and I didn't want to risk going for another part, and then all of a sudden it dies. I have to waste hours doing that. So I took the few hour break just to edit my videos, and now I'm gonna finish it off. And again, these last 2 parts is gonna be a little bit quieter than before, simply because the time I'm recording these videos is on March the 23rd, and it's pretty late at night, around after midnight. So I'm gonna finish the game as soon as I can, and then once I do that, and I'll probably do the evil karma side of the story, just to see how different it is. The problem is I probably have to make a new game for that to happen, but I'm going to do it anyway regardless. So let's go ahead and finish all this boss fight. I'm going to turn the volume 6. Actually 8 will do. There he is, with a blast core. Here we go. Alright, so I learned the dash. No, I don't have any more shards, so I have to collect more to upgrade the concrete power. There we go, I can finally shoot. Yeah, I think that battle armor thing's going to come in really, really handy later on. Oh, the bar actually regenerates, alright. Here we go. Now we all know what this one is going to be. Oh, it gives me a huge boost, and I... Oh wow, I completely died.
That's all I'm gonna need.
There we go, last and final power. Oh wow. I tried the armor and it didn't even work. The hitmarks on those things are ridiculous. There we go. There we go, I did it. Whew! Died a couple times, but it worked. Oh.
Yeah, I'm told that hurts. The dust finally settled. All you could see of Augustine with her eyes out from that concrete shell. The rage that had filled them moments earlier was now replaced by fear. We dismantled the fortress she had built, the army she had raised, the future she had planned. The entire world was about to know that she had failed. Taken down by a gamer, a junkie, and a small-town bully. The crowds cheered as Augustine was hauled away. Before all this, no one would have imagined that humans and conduits could coexist. And now I was the guy kicking off the second age. And when those conduits who'd spent years locked inside the walls of Curtain K, they were soon to be free once again, to live their own lives, to choose their own futures. As for me, I got what I came for. And now I had a promise to keep.
Oh yeah, because he promised that he would go back to see Betty again.
That's it. You're here. It's gone.
Yeah.
They're all gone.
Promise is a promise, right?
And the others?
I just got here on my first stop.
You saved me, Dilsero.
Hey, we're Comish. Take care of our own, right?
Where's Reggie?
Reggie, I just see. I'll be back. I'm sure gonna miss you.
Oh wow. I have to admit that is actually very touching. I have to admit. And justice. All right, we beat the game in just one part, just like I said. Gonna turn on the volume here. Hold on. All right, so that's the conclusion of the good side of Infamous Second Son. As like I said before, my playthrough for here was just go only for the good side. I could go for the evil side, but I don't really feel like doing a playthrough of it. I will play the evil side of the story, it's just that I only wanted to do a playthrough of the game just to experience it for a bit. Then I'll play the evil side of the game. So overall, I have to admit, this is easily by far the most impressive looking game on the PS4 big time. The visuals, the textures, the details in Seattle City, the huge open world environment of Seattle, and so much more really impressed me quite a lot in this game. Especially the visuals, the explosions, and everything going on at the same time. And yet the game still runs very smooth, very well with all that stuff going on. And it just really impressed me big time. I am really impressed with the visuals, actually. And I also do, in fact, like the story of the good side of the thing. I do like, in fact, like the plot of the thing, and I did understand it. Although that, yes, I didn't play the first two games, I did actually understand because they do, actually, if you do the pre-order downloadable thing for Cole's Legacy and also compare that to this plot of the game, you pretty much understood, I pretty much understood now what actually happened before. When this really helped me a lot. And I also do, I have to admit, I really did thought the gameplay was really a ton of fun. Especially all the superpowers you gain throughout the game is really freaking amazing. But I will admit, there are some that I personally think, when compared to the others, are not really that good. Like, I would say the concrete one I just experienced is probably going to be one of the most overpowered one by far, next to the neon ability. Simply because the concrete, you don't really need to find a source to actually heal yourself. The concrete actually automatically heals, automatically regenerates without the use of concrete. I don't really know if you do. Now, I don't really know if there is sources to get concrete. Maybe it was just that boss fight alone. Oh, what's this? Special thanks to our fans for the support in Second Son to Life. I see. So yeah, but like I said, it's pretty freaking good. Gameplay-wise, I think the Neon ability is going to be the best one because that one's the easiest to get a good and evil combo the most. Especially, it's the best one for mobility next to the video one because you move around the city way faster than the smoke ability, which, in my opinion, the smoke ability is the best one for combat next to Neon. But really sucks ass on the mobility side. But other than that, freaking great game. There are some problems I did have with the game, to be honest. I did have some major issues. For one, if you see my playthrough, you notice that I encountered some glitches. Like, there's some moments where you jump, where for some reason you jump 100 feet in the air for some weird reason. And there's also times that, especially a few parts ago, I got stuck in the side with the camera fucked up so much. I was completely stuck until I had to drain the neon to fix that. Which really would have sucked big time if I could not escape it. I would have to restart that again. And there's also the fact that the camera at times when you're doing the combat is complete ass. I really am sorry to say that, but despite the camera's not that bad when you're like running around the city and stuff, but when you're trying to run around shooting enemies in combat, it gets really annoying because something can go straight in front of the camera and you can't see shit. So at times the camera's good, other times the camera is complete ass. I really am sorry, but that's just my personal preference, and I'm pretty sure some people experience that. And another small complaint I would have to say though is that while the game does run pretty smoothly, it doesn't run fully 60 frames per second. Just to let everyone know, it doesn't run full 60 frames per second. There are times it does run for 60 frames per second, but there are times that the frame rate will go down a little bit. Not too much where it's like super choppy, or 30 frames. I would say mostly around 45 to 60 frames per second. But regardless, Sucker Punch really made great use of the, really great use of the PlayStation 4's hardware with some of the most impressive graphics on game, an interesting plot, and also pretty good memorable characters, I have to admit though. But the only problem that I have with the characters is Eugene and the pink-haired girl. I completely forgot her name already. The problem I have with them though is that they barely appear in the game at all. They barely make an appearance at all, especially the character Hank. Barely makes an appearance in the game at all. Really stinks. And here we go, we are back. Congratulations, your victory. We've seen the DUP has made your hero improve the lives, especially Fetch and Eugene. Okay, Fetch was actually her name. You chose the way of justice, but if you wonder what you missed, what vicious powers, evil acts, and corrupt ones you might have enjoyed, you could always start again and take a different path. But first, cement your victory by completely drive UP Obstia. Don't rest until every district in the city is free, and you've collected every precious thing. Okay, so they do give the option that if you want to redo the game again, so just like what I thought, if you do actually beat this game and you want to actually check and you want to try out the evil side, you can always start again and you can take a different path. So they do give you the option to do that, which is actually pretty fantastic. Oh, and I got a new trophy right now. So, I really don't know where the option is, to be completely honest, though. Okay, so you can start a new... Oh, yeah, that's right. You can start a new game right here, so if you want to do that. So, that is in fact good to know that you can start a new game from here if you want to anytime. Which is actually going to be good. Like I said, I am going to do the evil side, actually, but I think what I'm going to do that, I'll do a lot of the side content off camera, but again, I'm not going to do a playthrough of the evil side because I just want to do a playthrough of the game just to get it over with, to beat the main campaign. And I did the good side, Because honestly though, I really am getting sick of my computer really getting lagging a lot. I cannot wait until I get a new one, more powerful, so it will make it way easier to edit the videos much faster. So thanks for watching, really did like the game. Once I do a lot of the side and I finish the evil side, I will do the review of the game. So please stay tuned for that, as that might come up probably later this week alongside the uploads of the Infamous playthrough. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.